sound speed, camera speed, and action. Welcome to another Create Greg video. My name is Greg, and in today's episode we will talk about diffusion filters and how to achieve that cinematic look. What does cinematic even mean? I think it's one of these overused words, but it's very popular in YouTube search engine. So if you want to get your video search, use word cinematic. That's the first tip. What does actually cinematic mean? When I think about the cinematic, I think cinema. When I think about cinema, I think film. So back in the days, we shot everything on the film, and film has it filmic look. Nice roll-off, blooming highlights, softened skin, very nice and pleasing. But when we use digital camera, which are very popular, I would say dominant those days, you lose it because of the harshness of digital image. Going with this 4K, 6, 8K resolutions, the image become even more harsh. So if you would like to make it more cinematic, more filmic look, we're supposed to use diffusion filters. And the one from Tiffen Black Pro-Mist Filter is one of the most popular. They range from 1/16, 1/8, 1/4, half, 1 until 5. They've got a different strength to soften your image to give this filmic look. And there's plenty of videos on YouTube talking about these diffusion filters. But what if we test 3 most popular of them with anamorphic lens and see how this one will pan out. But before we dive into our anamorphic lens, let's see quickly how the filter look like. Okay, let's start with the strongest one. I have to show you right off the bat how the picture changed between the opening scene of this video and with the half Black Pro-Mist filter. As I mentioned, you can buy up to number 5, I believe. For me personally, half is the strongest one I would go. Beyond that, I think we go in very stylized picture, more like a video clip. I personally don't like this look too much because it's too softened. And actually the best way to observe the difference between each filter is to have a light in your frame. Now you see how nicely light is rolled off. We lose that harshness from the opening scene when there was no filter. And now with the half of it, the whole picture is smoother, softer. As I mentioned, this very nice roll off of the light. You either like it or not, it's very subjective, but let's have a look at the other two and then we can compare them. It looks cool, isn't it? Let's dive into other filters. Now we will go for quarter of the strength. And this is how quarter look like. It looks nice, isn't it? One interesting thing to know about them, it's called Black Pro-Mist. The word black means they managed to retain as best as possible the black color within the picture. There's plenty other manufacturers making this diffusion filter. There are moments with Cinebloom, Polar Pro with Peter McKinnon version, and some other companies. And I've done some research trying to find the best one for me. And Tiffen, with its reputation and popularity, won my heart. I couldn't decide what strength I'm supposed to do. I watch a lot of videos, but I decided to test them myself, and now sharing that knowledge with you. Let's dive into the last one, 1/8, and I can tell you right off the bat, this is my favorite one. And I tell you why this is my favorite one, because it has the least strength from all of them. I like to remove this digital edge from my picture, but I don't want to have this very soap opera soft image. I think it would be amazing if you shoot some video clip. with some special effects, that would look pretty much cool. But on a daily basis or shoot commercially, I think the 1.8 works like a charm. We've got the nice roll off, the image is softened, but not too soft to draw too much attention to it. Let's now test them against anamorphic lens. This is where the fun starts, and now we will be talking cinematic. Welcome to anamorphic reality, where the aspect ratio and iPhone light look like this. It looks epic, isn't it? Okay, let's cool down this excitement because of the lens, and let's test each of these filters against anamorphic lens and see how the picture would look like. Let's grab half and see how this one look like. And that would be pretty much all for today's cinematic and diffused episode. Before I will encourage you to leave a thumbs up and considering subscribing, there is still one tip I would love to share with you. If after watching this video you decide, yeah, I would love to have one of them, and you know which one would you like to have, you're supposed to know the price of them. They can be pricey. It can range from 100 to 250 USA dollars. Depend on the store you want to buy. If you would like to buy 3 of them, they can be very expensive. And on the top of that, if you got different lenses with different filter thread and you would like to buy to each of them, that would be very expensive. A rule of thumb, check your lenses and the one with the biggest filter thread, buy diffusion filter for that. And if you'd like to use the same diffusion filter for lenses with the smaller thread, you can use something which is called step down rings. You can buy them pretty much for pennies comparing to the price of the filter. And this way you can save up some money and use one filter across all your lenses. Nope, it's not the end yet. Check one more time this anamorphic diffuse flare. Oh, so good.